Hello everyone, this is Jim Okersinski with a special edition video for discussion board number 12. So for this discussion board, the instructions are just going to be a little bit different because I want to talk about the proposal topics that we have for Essay 3. So remember, in our preliminary discussion so far, we talk about the proposal argument being a problem solution. So the questions that we have to ask ourselves is what makes a problem consequential, okay? It's got to be of consequence, and that means it affects a large group of people. Sometimes we take on problems that are too large to solve, so we have to reduce a problem to a manageable scale. So what do we mean by that, all right? So in other words, is it solvable? You want to talk about free college education, for example. Well, that's really a large problem that you might not be able to take on in a 1,250-word essay for a 1101 course. So the idea here is for you to decide how you want to scale down your problem so that it is manageable, because there are a lot of complex answers to providing free college education. So what are the motives for writing a proposal? Obviously, for every proposal argument, there is always a problem that's identified, and really you want that problem solved. So I'm going to spend a little time here on the higher education problems. Just to give a few, over the years, these are the problems that have come up. Now, granted, COVID-19 and what we've been going through over the last, I'd say at least the last 6 months, all right, has really dominated the discussion, especially in this semester in this essay. But here are a group of topics really that have kind of surfaced in the last 5 years or so I've been teaching this particular essay assignment. So time management is a particular problem in higher education. Along with that, we run into procrastination and distractions. Sometimes it's personal, family life issues, work issues. Always a level of stress and anxiety is a common problem that has surfaced in this particular essay assignment. Along with that, self-confidence is a part of, really could be the stress and anxiety. And then really contributing to that is maybe if you're a first-generation college student. By that we mean the first generation, and you're the first person in your family unit to actually attend college and try to graduate, all right? And then we also have some of the stock problems, I call them. Tuition, costs, money. One aspect that comes up quite often, I should say one topic that comes up quite often is majors. Trying to select a good major, getting a job utilizing somewhat of your major. Advising comes up, the individual course structures and what kind of courses that you have to take for a college education. Instructors come up often, quality, and what happens sometimes is when I say understanding is that we may have instructors, especially in the STEM fields, that might come from another culture, and sometimes students have a difficulty understanding class lectures. Just the process of college education was one particular type of a problem, workload. And I've added a few just for the last, several months of what we've been going through, COVID-19, and I put down here a individual learning environment that kind of goes with personal and family life. Do you have a place to study? Many students, I hear this and read this constantly, is that they have a very difficult time in finding a place to study. Also, the idea of technology. Do you have up-to-date technology that actually enables you to attend virtual class or take an online class, or the high-speed internet connections that are required nowadays? So it's always a little interesting to see what kind of problems arise in this particular essay assignment. So for the discussion board number 12, think about your experiences in higher education. I know we did a little bit of writing for discussion board number 10. Now I want you to narrow to a potential problem so you can write the problem solution essay, right? So what is a problem that you've encountered that is significant, personal or academic? And there's a list of topics here. I will post the PowerPoint to the course unit. Not necessarily I can post that to the discussion board, but you can find it in the unit number 3 in the course unit. So what you have to do then is I want you to open up a GDoc, fast write for 3 minutes answering each of the following bullet points. So just open up a doc, look at the particular question here, and just fast write for about 3 minutes, stop, and move on. And then as you work through this, think about these questions. When did I first notice this was a problem? What's part about it? What might be some of the causes? Because part of solving a problem is understanding its causes, right, and the effects. What moment or situation is most typical of the problem? How does the problem make me feel? And what people do I associate with that problem? So these are all questions to help you isolate some of the aspects of the problem. So what I want you to do then is after you complete your fast write activity, copy and paste your GDoc content. I don't want the whole, I just want the content of what you wrote to the discussion board in the text box, and then all the particular instructions for the text box for the discussion board would apply here, right? So as you see here, just open up the text box, copy and paste, and you can, and you have to, I should say, post your 2 initial responses. Since it's a fast write activity, bad writing is a good place to start, so I want everybody to please start in that particular GDoc in that activity, okay? So if you have any questions, please send me an email, and I'll do my best to answer. I hope this is clear, but this will get the conversation going for discussion board number 12 as we move into topics for our Essay 3. All right? Thank you, and good luck.